Part 1. What is up, family? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well this week. And welcome back, guys, to another week of the Weekly Headliner. Now, if you are new to the Weekly Headliner, this is where we talk about what is upcoming this week in Marvel Strike Force, and then we also recap some of those important topics from the previous week. I know what you're thinking. I look really cool with these glasses on, don't you? Yeah, that's what you're thinking. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, guys. A lot of things happened in the patch last week. We got our upcoming blitzes. Black Bolt is returning as a legendary character and a lot more. But I'm going to be doing this again. We had such a good time last week, so I got to bring him back on again for this week. Our brother, Tony, how you doing today, brother?
You told me to wear glasses.
Yeah, I chose to wear one. You wore 76 of them. You have about 76 of them on your face currently right now. Do you know what I'm...
You gotta give me a little bit better instructions next time. I just put as many glasses as I could find on.
I apologize. First of all, the first thing I said was look cool when you wear the glasses.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, that
was not.
Yeah.
I think I nailed it though.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm impressed that you're wearing this many glasses. I don't know how realistically you're doing it. You can't move your face right now, can you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, you can't even laugh. You can't even currently laugh at the moment.
Well, I was never worried about not laughing here.
Well, let's see how long you can keep those glasses on before we dive into this video, man. So, what are we starting off with this week? Are we going to talk about the blitzes?
Let's prep everybody for the blitzes.
Let's prep everybody for the blitzes because these are very important. Well, the first blitz, actually, for this week, if anybody cares, is going to be Deadpool. All right. Now, in all fairness, Deadpool actually does have multi-uses in this game. He's a mercenary character, and you can use him in, that what is that event? The payday event through the week, a payday event that comes around monthly. So he does have some multi usage there. He's also an arena character, man, and I don't know, arena characters. There's too many of them in that one store that you have to farm in. So if you can grab some extra shards.
They gave us a whole orb. We can get more. Oh, wait. No, he unlocks a legendary. He unlocks a legendary.
Probably one of the best legendaries.
Legendary, too.
The best legendary. The best legendary of the game, really, Doc Ock. Come fight us if you don't believe it. You know some people are going to say, Ebony Maw. No, it's Dr. Octopus, Dr. Octavius, as far as I'm concerned, is the best legendary in the game. So at least he does have some value there. But next character on the list, or next blitz, is going to be for Elektra. This one is going to be on Thursday. Now, Elektra's stock has risen a bit because she's on that Shadowland team. But if you're not really caring too much about war offense, man, I'm not quite sure that, this is going to be another blitz where you're going to be going all hard for or anything like that. I mean, I know me and you probably won't, right? That's within fairness. Yeah, it's access to more Elektra shards. I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people, but ultimately, I'm just kind of sandbagging and waiting until the Colleen Wing Blitz next week. That's
next week.
Yeah, I think that's going to be next week.
Should be next week.
Yeah, I think so. That's a strong one. That's one that, I'm definitely going to be pushing towards as well. I mean, this Elektra one, not really. It's a milestone and chilling. I don't have it maxed out. I'm a few shards away, but I kind of take the mobile gamer approach a lot of the times. When it comes to these characters, get them to 6 stars. After 6 stars, I'm like, they'll eventually get to 7.
Unless they unlock a legendary, I don't care about getting a 7-star in anybody. I don't even look at them as farm options until they're halfway, until I have that 150, so no. Yeah,
like one day you see their shards, you just like, hold on, are they they're 220 shards? Oh, so we're only 80 shards away from getting them to 7? Oh, I'll care now. That's pretty much basically, kind of how I look at it. But moving on from the blitzes, numbers, you guys will see those numbers in blitz predictions. One tomorrow, obviously, for Deadpool, and on Thursday on the Discords, you'll see the not legendary, but you'll see the blitz prediction numbers for it. Moving on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about here, which is Relic, which also you can use Elektra for. So I guess that's one thing, right? She is a hand character, so if there's one character that you want to build up for the event, Relic where you need all these different hand members. This is rolling back around on Friday. Now, they did boost the numbers for Catalyst, so they're actually doubling the amount in the last event. it's kind of a nice thing. I don't know. Did you really even see a difference with the double numbers? Or how much does this really impact you? I think, you know, as a player.
I mean, twice. I always go back to like when they have double drop rates and people are like, 2 times 0 is 0. Like, it's better. No one's gonna say that 2 times the amount of garbage we get isn't useless. But I don't know. Like, yeah, it's a good jump. It is specifically catalyst pieces.
Yeah.
And that's it. So if you go like
some SBCs,
getting more catalyst pieces. So here's the thing. At this point in the game, it's the higher gear. It's the orange gear that's the one that's supposed to be a little bit challenging. And not even all of orange gear. It is specifically the end, like the gear tier 14s and 15s that are supposed to be challenging. So because of that, and because those things require a lot of origin specific gear, the catalyst pieces should be dime a dozen now. Like, I should log in and just be like, oh, look, 100 more catalyst pieces, because that's where the game has gone to. That's the progression we've gotten. So that's what's supposed to be. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think that a lot of things, not to get off topic, but I think there's just a lot of things that are kind of capped behind even levels that I just don't necessarily understand. You know, I think at this point, you know, we're going to talk about Black Bolt next. I think at this point, right, why is Villains Chapter 7 and Heroes Chapter 7 locked behind level 70? Those are some curious things. These things should be much easier to get to as a earlier player. I'm gonna let you make your wardrobe change. Don't worry, I'll fill in the blanks while you change your wardrobe there.
Why would you draw attention to it? They were never gonna notice because of the stealthiness. That
was me trying to divert them from looking, but apparently that didn't work for him. Plan failed. Plan failed. But yeah, stuff like that, man. I'm just like, why are those things, you know, capped behind level 70? This is one of those things again where the purple pieces, man, they shouldn't be that hard to come by. You know, I have to space out even that 8.3 million TCP. I still got to space out my catalyst, you know, usage, because I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not getting an abundance of them, so you know, we got to kind of space it out a little bit.
I actually don't have that much of an issue, but like, I understand that I live in a very, very weird fantasy world where I've been playing the game for 3 years and everything I have is great and it's super easy for me to do stuff. And even then I recognize that there's stuff that sucks. And then for all the stuff that's easy for me, it's not easy for a lot. I represent a very small portion of the community, you know, when I talk about like, oh, I can easily bring a character to gear tier 15 or something within a week of getting them. That's not something, not even the average player, that's not something most players would be able to say in general. And that's just not even a money perspective, that's everything else. So like the catalyst events, again,
it's got really bright in here.
Did they double everything at every stage? Because that's important. Or did they just double the last ones? You know, that's the first thing you want to look at. And the second is like, I think that doubling them is great, but I've always said like they should just remove the first 2 ranks of all that, you know, of all of the challenges, and then just slide down the rewards. Like, that's the rewards need to be increased because the game is growing every month. And nobody's getting more stuff. We're getting the same amount every month.
Right.
And then when they add more stuff to get, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So
because like there's a new thing, you know.
Right. And we'll have to see, you know, there's a new Flash event that's supposed to be rolling around soon, right? For training mats. We'll see what that looks like. You know, is that really beneficial to everybody in the game, or is it only beneficial to, you know, late game players? And so we'll take a look at that. But the next topic that I wanted to touch on, which I literally said like a few minutes ago, was Black Bolt, the legendary event, is rolling back around. And, you know, obviously you need Asgardian characters to get them. They actually kept the calendar. You're still getting 10 shards for the calendar login, which was probably a mistake. I probably shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it.
Don't even say it.
Nope. Never mind. I didn't say it at all. But do you think Black Bolt's getting power crept, man? I feel like he's fallen. His stock is is dropping just a little bit. I still find him to be insanely valuable. I'm using him in my arena shard right now at gear tier 13. But I just feel like because I feel like he's getting a little power crept. Am I wrong?
I've now taken to the point of telling people today, like if you get Black Bolt today, you don't have to take him past gear tier 12. Ooh. That's usually the point when I accept that a character's value has regressed to not being necessary for as many things as in the past. Now, again, Black Bolt used to be like the answer.
Yeah.
Like arena, war, raids, everything. You know, like you just always use Black Bolt. And so it's over a year. Mm-hmm. We're almost a year and a half since his release. He released January of 2020, I believe. It was either like last week of January of 2020. So we're almost 8 to 16 months away past since he came out. Yeah. Of course, the character's not going to be as good as they were when they came out.
Right.
You know, like that's silly to think that. But at the same time, some characters hold value, like characters like Hela, IW. Yep. I'm just naming Emma. Like they hold value far beyond their release because they're just strong characters. And what Black Bolt does, no one else does in the game. So, like same thing. Magneto is nowhere near the god he used to be, but he's still one of the best characters in the game overall because he just does something so unique that it makes what he does great anywhere. War, raids, even though you can't rely on him multiple times in raids. So yeah, I think Black Bolt's stock has fallen a little, but I don't think it's falling so much that like you skip him. You know, we're not at skip him the same way we're at skip like Nick Fury, you know? Like, but yeah, whatever. You'll get Nick Fury when you get him. Don't worry about it, you know? Like Star-Lord, who? You know, like like you don't have to worry about those characters as much anymore. But you get them, you'll be like, oh, I'll just unlock Star-Lord because they're permanent or they're now part of a shorter cycle. The 9 week cycle, basically a month and a half.
I think they said like 6 to 7 weeks is kind of what it is. Like,
Okay, so like now it's like you don't have to rush to get them anymore because they're fundamentally retired. You know, if you miss it, you just gotta wait about half a month or so, or a month, and you'll be okay.
Right. Yeah, so I agree, man. I mean, I'm still using them, still finding value for him. But, you know, back in the day, G13 or Gear Tier 13 was a must for him. Now I'm like, I'm probably not even going to bring him to Gear Tier 14 because I just don't think that he's that valuable. But I still use him a lot in War. Right. As Gear Tier 16 rolls around, maybe G14 and him might make sense. But as of right now, just not as much, you know, anymore. But let me know what you guys think, you know, in regards to Black Bolt. Like I said, I mean, we kind of both have a similar opinion on that. RTA is ending this week, right? So that's coming to a close. We both have thoughts on RTA. I still do it mainly because I just want the G15 pieces. Red Guardian was the character for this iteration of it. Who do you think the next character is going to be?
Long shot.
Long shot, really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
long shot or anti-venom. Long shot or anti-venom.
Yeah, that's the direction I was going in. I thought AV was going to be the next character that's going to be here. I could see long shot. Why not Shatterstar though? You don't think Shatterstar will make it in there?
Well, Shatterstar's the good character.
Yeah.
Shatterstar's the good character on the team.
Yeah.
But people talk about long shot, so they'll make long shot the pain because remember, RTA is not a fun, engaging game mode for anybody who plays it.
Absolutely not.
This is not an opinion. This is just, we know this. Like, no one's like, sweet, RTA, let's do a fight that doesn't cost anything with characters we don't want to use. You know, so like, if they're gonna make people do it, they have to make the reward structure. So like, the last couple of characters have been characters that a lot of players would be incentivized to get.
You're right.
I could care less. I hit like rank 30 over the last 3 weeks of it and just didn't care because Red Guardian's farmable. So like, whatever, I'll get him eventually. But that's me. I know other people are different, right?
Yeah.
So like, but I'm not like, I'm in DD4. I have all my characters done. I will quite literally never buy another RTA Strike Pass unless the 100 shards of the character are something that like, and it has to be 100. Like, something like that. Like, I'm done with RTA until they add the events because the events and the seasons and stuff is how we're gonna get costume credits and everything. Until they add that to the game, RTA is a dead game mode to me. So,
yeah, I'm kind of approaching that very closely too. I'm about the phytonutrients, right? Those are the ones that are the big bottleneck for me right now. I think I need like 50 more of those, right? Once that's done, I don't see a need for me to purchase the RTA pass. As a matter of fact, I kind of group RTA and Strike Pass together. The Strike Pass, you ain't getting my money this time around. Last time you got me because of Silver Surfer. This time you're not getting me with Polaris. And once I get all those pieces that I need, we're done. We're done. That's pretty much where I'm at. Now, if it is a character like Anti-Venom, my thought process will change because I would like to get him to 6 stars. So that will get me a little bit closer. But, other than that, man, I just don't see the value, really in RTA. It's just not a fun game mode at all.
It's just character shards. Like everything else is kind of like, look at all the cool stuff. Yeah. And you know what? Someone somewhere is going to say they like it. And power to you, man. Like, to me, it ain't worth my time.
Yeah.
Like for the amount of time I have to play RTA, and yeah, I'm including clicking auto. I could do the same thing, but play a game that I don't hate.
Right.
Like a game mode. You know what I mean? Like I could be like, I'm gonna go play Dragon Champions or Summoner's War or something else in that exact same time I'm clicking auto, but still actually accomplish stuff and feel like I'm growing. So like RTA is just just character shards are bust to me. And Strike Pass, forget it.
Yeah,
forget it. Like, they need to either drastically revamp it or double the amount of character shards in it for me to ever consider giving them $20 again. Because Polaris ain't gonna cut it.
Completely totally agree with that. And then the last thing for at least what's going on this week is raid milestones, right? So this is going to be switching up. As a matter of fact, when you guys watch this video, it's already going to be done. We're going to be into that new season. So Silver Surfer shards were the raid milestone rewards for the season that's going to be continuing for the next 14 seasons. How well were you able to do on this? I don't think so. I know we were able to do fine. I don't think we're going to hit this mark yet, but potential chance that maybe we could. I don't know, but
we just did.
You just hit 35.
We just hit 35.
Okay. Yeah. So that what's that in total? Like 14 shards, basically.
It's 16.
16. Okay.
16. 34 is 14. Our goal. I think it's 33 or 35. I don't remember. Our goal was 14.
Yeah.
Our goal was let's get 1 Surfer shard a day every raid season because I don't have to play harder. I don't have to do any more work, and it's 14 seasons. 14 times 14. Was enough to get anybody in our alliance a decent chunk of Surfer shards. And that's it. Now there's what the irony is, the number of people that need more Surfer shards are also probably left alliances that couldn't do it, but they also aren't doing it because it's stupid. Like, there's no reason why they shouldn't be giving 1 Surfer shard at every point in the bottom, like 1s and then 2s. Like, there should be giving away. To me, one of the things that irks me the most about this game is that they always hold the shard value in such high regard. They try to treat it. They treat it like cubic zirconia. They're like, this is real cubic zirconia. Like, and we're like, this is a 1 and a 0 that you program that has absolutely no value.
Right.
Like, no, like, you can give away excess amounts of things for effort because it's not supposed to be, you have to do everything to get all the parts. It should be like, the more you do, the faster you'll have all the parts. Therefore, you'll be done and don't have to do it anymore.
Right.
But that's not how they design that. They always design it to be like, well, if you're only getting 14 Surfer shards, then you'll be 77 shy of whatever milestone. And it's like, dude, just give away more shards. Like, people are doing stuff. It's not like we log in, 75 Surfer shards show up in our account, and we're like, sweet, thanks, bye.
Right.
Like, we're still playing the game. Like, let people progress.
And that's the point, right? It's going to be over 14 seasons and 15 seasons. Keep in mind, that's like 6 months.
28 weeks.
Like, it's really...
It's 8 months.
Is it? Oh, shoot. So it's longer.
28 weeks divided by 4.
It's longer than I even anticipated, right? So 7 months. So it's not as if though, is it going to be really that impactful if you give 1 or 2 shards at the per milestone? I thought initially the way I thought about it was, well, not everybody should be able to get shards, but then just thinking about the time frame of it, if you get like 5 shards over 14 seasons, you're not. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't think Silver Surfer will be power crap, but I mean, that's 6 months, 7 months away from now. There's a possibility that there's going to be multiple characters that are probably going to be equal to Silver Surfer.
At the current rate, we're looking at one a patch.
Right. Exactly. So I don't really know.
Wait till Galactus shows up next patch.
Exactly. So I don't know why they were so tight on this, but yeah, we've had this conversation before. Well, not me and you directly, but I've had this conversation before on chat, with other players, and yeah, I mean, we feel you on this one. It's really kind of insane that they did something like this, and yeah, I'm not necessarily crazy happy about it. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Where did you guys end up this season? Obviously, I know it's not good. Of course, hopefully they'll make some changes. Don't hold your breath, but hopefully they make some changes on this and we can benefit from this moving forward. But